in other places here in a second. I don't care about politics. I absolutely don't. If you think I'm talking about it, you're superficially correct, but not really. I only care about what affects me and family and those people that I care about. And that's really all anybody cares about. And, my immediate family, paid dearly for freedoms, perceived or real, here in the United States. And so those are mine by birthright. People can contest that all they want. But the State of the Union address, which was like 48 hours ago, was an absolute outright shouting match against the American citizens. It was demonizing freedoms and those people that love and cherish freedoms. And then I point out to you that the United States, everybody keeps calling it a democracy. Our democracy, our democratic right. The United States is not a democracy, and it never has been. Democracy always leads to el fascismo. Always has, always will. The United States is a constitutional republic, so if you think the United States is a democracy, you really should flush that out of your brain, because it's not. Anyway, what happened in the State of the Union, or should I say State of the Disunion, was an absolute disgusting display. A State of the Union is supposed to be uplifting and bipartisan and positive, and it was the exact opposite of that. Every time, this is the first time ever in the State of the Union a president has called out his predecessor. First time ever. But President Oatmeal Applesauce in the State of the Union a couple days ago did it 13 times. I just want to point out to you before getting off this subject quickly that your government, I don't care what country you're living in, your government doesn't give a single tinker's darn about you. They don't. The government does not care about you whatsoever. It's a talisman, by the way. Government is not a living thing. You can say the government's a flag, or you can say, it's a pieces of paper, like the Declaration of Independence and the Bill of Rights, and it's none of those things. Those, like the Bill of Rights, which I'm strongly behind, and the Declaration of Independence and our Constitution, I'm also, too, very much behind. But what is representing those today is nothing close to the original article, no way, shape, or form. Absolutely is not. And these are idols. It's, if you don't have honor and fortitude, then you have nothing. Our founding fathers, here in the United States anyway, said that the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, on and on, required a moral, upright people. I could care less about morality. Higher affects the lower. The lower does not affect the higher. By being superficially moral, it does not bring you closer to nobility or transcendence or wisdom. The higher affects the lower. Somebody that is wise by definition cannot be immoral. People that worry about morality rather than wisdom are themselves fools, even if superficially pious, but they are ultimately, of course, Pharisees. There's so much that's going on right now, and I need to get onto that rather than actually diverge off of that topic in other places here in a second. I know some people that have means, that they have funds, whatever you think that is or is not, I'll let you decide, I could care less. I'm telling you right now, I'm not talking about myself, I'm telling you about people that have the means and the wherewithal to move things and to acquire things. These people are moving full tilt, as there's a southern saying, it's called crotch out. It just means you're going full blast. These people are going full blast because they know what's happening, exactly what I'm telling you is happening, is in fact happening. And once again, I've seen more of it happen in the past week and a half since I made one of these What's Going On videos. Maybe it's been 2 weeks, actually. And once again, I apologize, I've been deathly sick. I've been deathly sick for the past 3.5+ days. Really, really deathly sick. I still can't get my body temperature up. I've actually got the thermostat turned up 5 degrees above normal in this house because I'm still chill on the inside. Not that you care, but by the way, the bank's on the 10th. It ends today. So starting the 11th, the Federal Reserve Board on Wednesday has announced that the Bank Term Funding Program, BTFP, will cease making any new loans as scheduled on March the 11th. So all this kickstarts tomorrow. A lot of people that are intelligent on this topic, I don't pretend to be one on the banking sector, predict that a lot of medium and small banks will be collapsing. They're just going to be folding up like a cheap card table. We'll see how many that actually is, but people predict it's going to be more than a few. Whether it's a lot, I don't know. I don't really have any money. I'm probably going to owe $6,000 to the super, super evil of these banks and see how many of them collapse like a cheap card table. Let's see what happens this next week. It'll probably take about 2.5 weeks for us to see the effect of that. Because what will happen is that the shareholders and the upper echelon are going to figure out the quickest way they can take their money out before they announce that everything's gone to pot. Everything's gone to ruin. It's all gone to heck, but how can we pull our money out before letting other people know? If I had a mustache, I'd be twirling it right now. Oh, God, I thought I was going to die last night. I was so sick. I'm still freezing on the inside. It's just so run down. I haven't felt that sick in quite a long time. Man, there was a period there last night where I didn't know I was awake or asleep. I mean, I was wandering between dimensions. And no, it wasn't due to taking anything. I did take 4 ibuprofen. But I was just so ill. So sleep deprived. Because you can't breathe, you can't sleep, at least in my case anyway. Thanks. The altar for freedom. They'll discard them all. I'm safe for now. I'll just let the government have total control over everything. I'll let them stick a 24-hour probe looking over my bed. Give it like a year from now, and everybody will, up there at least, will submit to 24. Well, all we're going to do is we're going to put a camera in your house, and we're going to make you safe. You ain't going to be no more burglaries anymore. That's right. But on top of that, we're going to make sure you're not hoarding food or anything to protect yourself. You know, he's robbing your family of their food and sustenance. It's okay. And then that fuzzy bunny rabbit breeds, and there's 2, then 4, then 20, then 100, and then all your crops have been consumed. Yeah. I was like, no, you got nothing to eat, because you thought one fuzzy bunny rabbit was cute, and 2 was even cuter. Fun fuzzy bunny rabbit's cute, and 2's even cuter. That's right. Mm-hmm. This is exactly how everybody in the world is thinking. It's the same way they're thinking up in New York City. However, those people, unfortunately, are intellectually dead.
Even want you to get